Well, good morning from Salt Lake City. Founded in 1847 by the Mormon pioneers, by Brigham Young himself. There's the Mormon temple right there. I think that's the tabernacle. I'm not sure what that building is there. And I am back here in downtown Salt Lake City for another adventure. An adventure Brigham Young and those early pioneers could have never dreamed of. I'm not here for temples. I'm here for Salt Lake City's biggest nerd event of the year. Right down here at the Salt Lake City Convention Center, the Salt Palace, FanX. Once a year since 2013, well over 100,000 nerds, freaks, and geeks converge on the Salt Palace here for Salt Lake City's premier Comic-Con. In fact, it was called Salt Lake City Comic-Con until there was a little dispute over the name Comic-Con. And this time, this freak and geek is joining the mayhem at the last possible moment on the last possible day. I'm doing a panel. I'll explain more when we get in there. For right now, let's jump into the mayhem. Dude, I can't believe it is my first time at FanX. I got a little sneak peek yesterday, but this is really my first official time here at the convention. It's very early in the morning. The convention is not yet open to the general public. You can see some of the VIP badges and stuff are lining up here in the grand ballroom where they have the big panels. One of my good friends, Chris Provost, is actually one of the big MCs here at this convention. And at the very last minute, I'm talking the day before the convention started, he called me up and asked me if I wanted to be on a panel with him here, and would not take no for an answer. There it is, the show floor just opened up. And as huge as it looks, it's actually like a TARDIS. It's bigger on the inside. It's in a giant L shape, so we're only seeing the outside of half of it, which I guess means it's time to get in there. Oh, look at this. You can see some of the panels are going to begin soon. Mine is not until 6 p.m. Oh, look at this. We've already got the Dream Finder with Figment. You look amazing, Dream Finder. Oh my gosh, Darth Vader is here. The Mandalorian. People are starting to pour in through the doors. Look at Batman asking for directions. All right, here we go. On to the show floor itself. And I'll try not to say this 500 times, but would you look at the size of this place? And like I said, we're only seeing half of it right now. Dude, I'm glad we got in here early because you can actually see the booths. It gets quite crowded in here and full of every kind of nerd, every kind of fan imaginable. Oh, check out the side of the Ultra Sabers booth. Look at all of these lightsabers right here. You know what's funny? I don't own many lightsabers. Bought one for London when Star Wars Land opened. That's about it. Got all kinds of prop weapons back here. The ubiquitous Funko Pop walls. Dude, I would have killed to have something like that when I was a kid. You know what I mean? I remember having that plastic He-Man sword as a hand-me-down from a neighbor. I loved that thing. Dude, you got everything. Legend of Zelda. You got some Keyblades over here. Some I recognize. Most I don't. Oh, even some Halo action going on. Here we go. May the thirst be with you. A whole bunch of tote bags in here. Looks like we have some witches on the show floor. Ooh, and a medieval knight. Look at this Pedro Pascal pillow right here. I'll hold your head, baby girl. Ooh, I love stuff like this. Chic geek. We got some handmade items over here. Little handmade Michael Myers. Looks like we got some artwork on the opposite side. I think we're walking into Artist Alley over here at one of the dead ends of the convention. This is the stuff I love. All the custom artwork, the fan artwork. Oh, dude, these are some pretty sick shirts right here. Oh, I like this booth right here. The charcoal art of Michael C. Hayes with Dale Gribble at the helm. Oh, look at this lady scrib embroidery. I cannot imagine hand stitching something like that. Oh, it looks like we have some handmade dolls over here, but look at this. Tapestries. This is a castle, and we have many tapestries. Oh my gosh, look at this. The fast food Avengers have assembled. The Colonel, Ronald McDonald, the King, Wendy, Jack in the Box. Awesome. When they started those Jack in the Box commercials with Jack with that head, the maintenance guy at our apartment took an old globe like from a light, like, you know, an outdoor lamp, and made me a Jack head. I used to go into Jack in the Box with it all the time, and they'd always give me free food. Oh yeah, look at all this custom artwork. We got some furries on the floor. Got some local comics right here. The Mighty Uton, Salt City Comics, Travis Romney cartoonist. Dude, when I start thinking about making purchases later today, I might come buy one of those. Kind of fun to find the local products you can't get anywhere else. Ooh, there's the Joker right there. Watch your 6. Looks like we got a Starfleet officer holding down the fort here. I love seeing Starfleet guys. Strawberry shortcake. Whoa, 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 whoa. What? Say what? Oh my gosh, look at this. Not Batman. What's behind him? It's the freaking 89 Batmobile. My all-time favorite car. Dude, outside pictures with the car, $5. Inside, $10. That is freaking awesome. I love this life-size Michael Keaton Batman. in the background there. I need one of those. I need one of those in my house to keep me company. Okay, that is sick. Oh no, the Joker got inside the Batmobile. This is just like that Christmas song. Wait a minute. I guess the Joker doesn't get the car in the song, but you know how they say the Batmobile lost a wheel? I always pictured the Joker in it when that happened. Well, no one ever said that I was smart. Well, except my mom. And only sometimes. So cool, dude. I love seeing all of the custom stuff. Oh, looks like we got some Disney artwork back here. The art of Jimmy Mulligan, super nice guy. I have watched him work before. Phenomenal artist. See, we got everything over here. Some custom sort of pink goth shirts. We got some custom clocks. Oh, that is cool. Clock and roll. Such awesome artwork, man. One thing I love about conventions, well, the number one thing I love is the cosplay. Look at this, Princess Bubblegum. But one thing I like about seeing all the cosplay is running into characters that I have never seen before, kind of learning about new things, new shows, new movies, finding new comics, new artwork, new books. I love seeing this. I love that there's all these independent publishers now, so many books on the market. Reading is not dead, my friends. Well, I don't know what a marmol is, but look at this over here. Some custom hats. Some little mushroom wizardy type of hats over here. You can go out into the forest and wear that. Oh, and some tiaras. Ooh. Diadems for days. Wow, this is some amazing artwork right here. I noticed Jareth right away. Look at Darth Vader. Look at frickin' John Wick. Do not mess with his dog. We got some more mainstream artists over here. We got Cameron Johnson, who's apparently done some work for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, doing some signings. Ooh, Luca Designs, handmade leather jackets. I am interested. And of course, look at that. There's the Disney Pins booth. There wouldn't be a convention in the United States without this booth right here. And for as many local things as you can find at conventions like this, rather than thinking about each con as like a local event, you almost have to think of it like a traveling circus. Like there is a circuit that a lot of these convention vendors and celebrities are constantly looping around on. That's one reason I have been tempted to appear at conventions. You know, all my meetups have mostly been free. I don't charge for signing stuff or taking pics. So that's been my big hang up. But I have been tempted. For one, it'll make myself more available. For two, it'll pay my way to show up in more places, meet more people. Ooh, the Roosevelt's booth. Oh, and a freaking Rocketeer. Oh no, where's the rocket? It also seems like kind of an interesting world to dip into, you know, for a year or two. Join the circus, travel around, see what's going on. Ooh, look at that. They've got a green Mickey Mouse shirt I'm finding very tempting at Roosevelt's. I've also got Super Grover right here, my favorite Sesame Street character as a kid. Speaking of Sesame Street characters, look at that. That is one loud shirt. Just realized I'm wearing a Muppet Roosevelt's right now. And the other shirt I brought with me was one of their older turtle shirts. All right, working our way down the convention floor here. I'm already seeing more and more of what I particularly like. The toys! Another strawberry shortcake! Oh, you got all kinds of cards here, Funko Pops. Look at some old school X-Men stuff. Oh, Spirit jersey is here. Look at some of these new designs. Oh, look at the Goonies Spirit jersey right there. Of course, plenty of Disney ones. Hey, look at this! A Salt Lake City Spirit jersey. We need a Randomland Spirit jersey. Dude, some of these costumes are so huge. It's hard to believe there's a human being in there. Gotta get out of the way of everyone's fun pics. Just look at this across the way. Totoro! First I thought that was someone cosplaying, but I think it's just a statue. It's a statue! No, it's a lamp. What a great lamp. Everywhere I look, I'm seeing Disney characters, Game of Thrones characters, Lord of the Rings. Look at this, a bunch of backpacks over here, some like leather bags and stuff. Hey, there's Waldo. No, he doesn't have his beanie on. That's like one of the fake Waldos in the books, you know, to throw you off. Ooh, some very unusual art over here. Look at the way it all fluoresces. Holographic stuff. Oh, there he is. There he is. Oh, whoa, I've never seen these before. Look at this. Look at that Gizmo plushie right there. I love that. As a kid, I was called plush, stuffed animals, all that kind of stuff. Puppets. If you ever hear me accidentally reverting to that terminology, I know they're not puppets. I just played with them that way. Just love seeing all the cosplayers walking around with their weapons. Here's a weapon they would have used on me when I was a kid. The battle paddle. Gosh, there's so much of everything now. Blankets, towels, signs, stickers, and most importantly, action figures for everything. Ooh. Gotta watch out. The fuzz is here. The fuzz! Oh my gosh, there's so much. It's so awesome. Oh, dude, the Tick. Who remembers the Tick? Oh, apparently State Farm is doing custom bobbleheads. You can get your own bobblehead out here. Hey, maybe we need some Randomland bobbleheads. Got all your cute little anime outfits over here. I'd grab one, but I don't think they have my size. Ooh, speaking of new merch, we just opened up the pre-order for the new Randomland Halloween t-shirt. And look at this. The Frights pins have arrived. Right as I was leaving my house to the airport yesterday, these bad boys showed up. I'll pull it out and show it to you. later on. Kind of stoked on this one because I drew it myself. I guess I can make more than just a mess. Dude, there's so much stuff out here. I feel like there's so much stuff we didn't see. We didn't go down every aisle or anything, but like I said, we're only in half of the show floor, the small half. There's still so much to explore. Stickers, vinyl figures, hoodies, t-shirts. Look at these custom jackets over here spattered with a bit of paint, all these shirts and designs. It is just awesome. Look at this. I don't know what this is. Dragon Federation. They got t-shirts. They've got dragons out here. Dragon eggs, a paper flying dragon, books. At least he still has some followers. I'm so very confused as to what it all means, but that's part of the fun, walking around the convention. And I like to guess. I like to just fantasize like, oh, they got dragon swords down here. What don't they have? If it's dragon, they've got it. Oh, that is cool. Look at all these helmets right here. Some sweet, very unusual items. Oh yeah, a lot of these I've never seen before. Look at that. It's like what the Rocketeer would have worn if he went to World War II. Ugh, don't get me started on the Rocketeer. I'm so angry we never got sequels. Whoa, first we had dragons. Now we've got medieval armor. Odessa's old world. Look at that. Look at that shield right there. Yes. I mean, around every corner, it's just something totally new, totally different. I am already overstimulated. All right, we're reaching the end here, and this is where it takes a giant left turn into the other half, or really the other 2/3 of the convention. Ooh, looks like we got some comic books up against this wall over here. Always nice to see comic books at the comic convention. Well, there's something important, the ATM. Always important to find out where the ATM is early, because a lot of people will only take cash here. All right, look at it. Look at the size of this place. It's hard to show you scale on camera, but this half of the hall is absolutely massive. This is the way we came from, back over here. We're hooking a left into more stuff. We got more lightsabers over here. People are testing them out, doing a little fighting. Oh, look at that beauty right there. That's such a cool display stand. Got some more art. Tony Santiago. Never heard of him, but now I have. Some more comic books over here. Many more prop weapons. Look at that. There's more dogs than I was expecting already. All right, this caught my eye from afar. Perfect for this time of year. Halloween is just around the corner. Look at that. The old school Michael Keaton mask up there. And this is what caught my attention, even from a distance. The genie mask. You never see that. Look at that. Even Superman is in the market for a new mask. Maybe the glasses aren't enough to hide his identity anymore. I've said too much. Is that the Shredder? Look at that, right next to Julio. The Shredder! Well, there's something you don't see every day either. A Dilbert mask. Oh, we got a Solo cup in here. That's pretty good. Look at all these masks. Oh, there he is, baby. The Dark Lord of the Sith. Darth Vader is on the floor. He's even got security. Whoa, what the heck? Okay, look, I see your usual kind of 3D printed items over here. Those are normal, those little knickknacks, but look at those. Oh my gosh. It's IG, whatever he is, the other IG-88 from The Mandalorian, and behind him, a giant battle droid. If only I had $900. Pretty freaking cool, honestly. It's funny now. Like, even I'm nostalgic for battle droids. When the prequels came out, I was like, not for me. But compared to what came later, those are masterpieces of cinema now. Look at this. I ran into a couple of friends over here. Kevin's got his Randomland hat on. You had your Randomland hat on yesterday. Today, you've betrayed me. No. Wait a minute, what's happening here? What's happening? Okay, all right, we're rectifying our mistakes. Here we stay. Yes!
There you go.
Old school spreadshirt style. Okay, you've solved it. You fixed it. Now tell Chris Provost I made you do that. Okay. Look at this. You got the back. He's got the backpack right there.
Oh, then we got.
Should I make backpacks, guys? Leave a comment. Oh!
There we go.
And the coup de grace. Look at that. Okay, you're healed now. Oh yeah, see, there's the pin. He's got the new pin. I drew that pin myself. Please, somebody buy it so I'm not embarrassed forever. Yeah. Yeah, but I gave you that one.
Don't say that.
Oh, look at this. They got some yummy Italian ice. And I like seeing that. Gluten-free. Somehow I ended up in the food section over here. I'm going the wrong way. Mario, Princess Peach, Waldo, there he is. So many different costumes. And in the back of this hall, so many different celebrities, including a bunch of professional wrestlers. I saw Andrew McCarthy is here, Blaine from what the heck? They're doing tattoos over here. I should get some sick ink. Dude, look at that. You getting a tattoo, Santa?
No.
Oh, you don't want to get like your favorite elf tattooed on you maybe or something?
Then if I did that, then I'd be in trouble. The other ones would look.
That's true.
And they'd Be jealous.
That's true. They'll get Santa eventually. Gosh, there's just so much awesome stuff. Anyway, I heard a rumor that there are some musicians here. Like I said, Andrew McCarthy, Pretty in Pink. John Rhys-Davies is here. In fact, I got a box of cigars I have to drop off to him later on. I think, what's his face? Elliot from E.T. is here. Henry Thomas. I actually used to work at a recording studio in Dallas for like 6 months, another lifetime ago. And one of Henry's best friends was the owner of that studio, so I used to see Henry. Well, I saw him once come out there and he would do LARPing and stuff. That was sort of post-E.T. fame, pre all of his more recent fame. It was funny because his buddy Jonathan comes running into the room and says, hey, my friend's coming up here, do not say anything about E.T. I'm thinking, why would I say anything about E.T.? Then Henry Thomas walks in and the first thing out of my mouth is, Elliot? He laughed though, so we were all good. Oh, look at that! It's Doc and Marty right there. Doc Brown is a lot taller than I thought he was. So is Marty, dude. I'm 6 foot. I'm not used to looking up at people. Look at this. Got a bunch of posters over here. Nice small sizes. Oh, and look at this. Got some BVDs, as Steve Brule would say, and action figures all over here. Oh, dude, I need me one of those. Look at this. I just ran in to the sickest shirt ever on the show floor. Dude, I'm actually stoked on like kind of the DVD, like the movie selection over here. Look at these box sets. You got DuckTales, you got Turtles, Buzz Lightyear, Rugrats, Pirates of Darkwater, the old animated Lord of the Rings. Oh, they got everything here. I'm into it. Oh, Kamen Rider. Does anybody remember Kamen Rider? Memory unlocked. Look at, there he is. Such a mix in this area of custom creations, vintage stuff, giant inflatable Legos, some handmade items over here. Plants vs. Zombies? Definitely starting to get a little more crowded because it is now approaching noon, so everybody's passes are good. And I'm really stoked that there's so much cosplay today because typically the last day of a convention will be Sunday, and that's usually the day a lot of the cosplayers will be like, I don't want to carry all this stuff around, I just want to do my shopping and stuff like that. Maybe because it's Salt Lake City, but there is no Sunday for this event, which I did not know when I booked my airplane tickets. So today is the final day, but I'm happy to see so many cosplays. Look, you got some Templar Knights. You got Bob Ross over there taking some happy little pictures of the medieval knights. Oh, hey, I'm sorry about your dinosaurs. This reminds me when I went to Planet Comic Con Kansas City, there was so much cosplay, even the last day. So that's what I'm saying. I'm getting stoked on going to conventions outside of Southern California. I was just at San Diego Comic Con, which is the biggest baddie of them all. I like San Diego Comic Con. That one's tough. That one's tough to move around through. I'm telling you, I kind of like FanX because it's sort of like all the perks of a giant con with a little more breathing room. Okay, before I go to the back corner back there, just kind of want to see what's over here, what's over in this direction. Look at this, more dragons. Got some dragons and trolls over here. Looks like some table gaming stuff. I've seen a lot of table gaming stuff. And then over here, Dragon Steel. I don't exactly know what a Dragon Steel is, but there you go, right over there. A lot of table gaming. This guy's got his own rain cloud over here. And oh my gosh, I hit the mother load of Mandalorians and Star Wars cosplayers are all gathered back here in this back corner. Look at the Starfleet officer, looking a little out of place, but that's okay. Oh, hey, Yoto. This is so freaking cool. Growing up when I did during the dark times when there was no Star Wars, there wasn't even action figures, there was no merch, I still get so stoked when I see any Star Wars cosplay at all. Much less like the thrones and stuff. Look at them over here playing sabacc. That is so cool. The number one thing I get stoked about still to this day are the Stormtroopers. I love Stormtroopers. You look awesome. And holding down the fort for the Empire. Ooh, it looks like this strawberry shortcake is in big trouble. She's been hunted for her bounty. I'm stoked I came this way. I found the Star Wars corner. Got our Mandalorians over here, and then there's a couple of droids hiding out. Dude, how sick is that? Each one of these things has to be custom made too, which is just insane. Hello there, R2-D2. I want one. I want one bad. Look at all these freaking droids back here. So many kinds nowadays. There's so much Star Wars going on. Just have every kind of droid imaginable. Look at that. There's the head of Captain Rex over here. It's impressive. Most impressive. I just think that is so awesome. R2-D2 and a freaking Stormtrooper. My two favorite things. I do not have an R2-D2. I do have Stormtrooper armor, but it is not finished or assembled. Still need some help with that. Look at R2 and Indy together again. He's confused. He's like, why does this guy look like someone I know? Oh, I got the Mandalorian over here. Look at this. Wild Bills is here as per usual. Okay, this is cool. Look at this. We got a couple of other fandoms over here. Got a little Doctor Who action. David Tennant's actually here, and so is Billy Piper. As a matter of fact, those were the best years, I think, of Doctor Who. So anyway, you can get your picture taken with the TARDIS. You can go inside. According to the sign here, it is actually bigger on the inside. Looks like they have some props from the show out here. Oh, and then look at that. You got the Sonic Screwdriver collection. I don't know what's going on with creepy Michael Myers. Oh man, then look at that. Oh, I can see there's mirrors on the inside of it. It is bigger on the inside. Then there's a Dalek back here. Exterminate! And then it wouldn't be a convention these days without your proton packs and your Ghostbusters. Look at that. That rules. Ooh, we got some black slime, pink slime, got some ectoplasmic residue right here. I love seeing the proton packs. I had the little Kenner proton pack in the 80s when I was a kid. That was like a big present. My brother and I got proton packs. So fun. I never had the ghost trap. Still to this day, I've never had one, although maybe she doesn't want me to mention her name, but somebody did send me the Ghostbusters Firehouse a couple years back. That was like bucket list, finally getting my hands on that. Look at this, they even have Ray's occult books set up back here. So tons of fun photo ops, fun pics to send to grandma. That's the upside of social media, you know, just being able to take something fun like that, a fun pic, and then sharing it with everybody. There's lots of downsides. You gotta be careful what you put in your brain, you know? Like you notice now there's a big movement to be healthier with what we eat, what we put in our bodies. You don't see the same thing for brains. And yet it's so important. I would say even maybe more important. In fact, I'll do you one better. I'll do the closest thing to getting on a soapbox that I have ever done and just say, look at this place. Look at all these different kinds of people from every walk of life. You don't know what people believe here. You don't know what they're into. They're just all coming together and unifying over the things that do bring us together. By the way, that is so freaking sick. I mean, truly, that is a work of art. And I always ask myself this question when I'm consuming content, like, is this something that makes me positive? Is this something that is unifying, edifying in some kind of way? Or is this something that's like, you know, making me angry, stirring me up? By the way, look at the size of those Wookiees right there. They're gargantuan. Even the Frenchmen are impressed. Those are two very popular Wookiees. Anyway, I've just been thinking about that a lot lately when I'm talking to my son, just trying to give him some life advice, like, guard your brain. Be careful what you stick into your brain. Be careful what you let stir you up and get you angry. We've got computers in our pockets. We've got air conditioning and antibiotics. We're the richest, most privileged, luckiest people to ever exist in all of human history. It's hard to keep that in mind sometimes, but that's a rock fact. Okay, we've got a lot of cosplayers in this area, and I want to show you, wow, look at that, it's incredible. I want to show you all the costumes and all the stuff going on over here, but we are reaching the border of the no camera zone. You got the celebrity photo ops back here, autograph alley is back here in the back. No cameras allowed. I got a couple of friends gotta go say hello to once again. Ooh, I forgot those cigars to drop. I'll get those later. See, we're getting close, There's Celebrity Row right back there. Cameras not allowed. I'm gonna have to put you down. I'll report on who's here momentarily. Well, I've already seen Laura Prepon from That 70s Show. Sting is here. Michael Rooker. Dude, John Ratzenberger's here. Ric Flair. Bill Shatner. Donnie Most. Henry Winkler. Linda Blair. Key Kwan. Jerry O'Connell. Matthew Modine. And, of course, the aforementioned Andrew McCarthy from Pretty in Pink. I had to get this for Allie. And even got a little selfie going on. And for the first time ever, just before he left for his lunch break, I met the captain. Bill Shatner! I've been Shatnered. Even got the fist bump over here. His health scare was greatly exaggerated. I'm gonna go get one of these photo protectors in here. I gotta protect this from all my smudginess. All right, my Shatner mission and my saying hello mission is complete. As you can see, the crowd level has gone up a notch. I just have to go put this at one of my friend's tables, grab some fine Cuban cigars I'm supposed to deliver to John Rhys-Davies. Then we'll jump back into convention mode. Oh, I dream of Jeannie. That rules. Okay, there are some truly unique outfits just as I'm walking I almost just want to leave the camera running just because there's so many cool costumes, so many families out here today. Everybody's hanging out, everybody looks awesome. I just have such high blood pressure, so much stress right now. I gotta protect the Andrew McCarthy picture for Allie. Maybe Batman will protect me. Oh my gosh, dude. Seriously. The crowd, look at the size of that crowd. Oh, look at this Gimli right here. Hopefully he's gonna go meet John. I keep forgetting that I'm doing a panel today. It was so last minute. I'm still a little worried that nobody's gonna show up, but I've probably taken, I don't know, 35, 40 fun pics with people who stopped me and said they're gonna be there. So we might have, 10 or 15 people, I hope. I'm sorry for your loss.
It was a terrible day for that
A little Reno 911 over there, always welcome. Just so cool, so overwhelming. So many Disney costumes, every 5 feet. A lot of Disney fans in Utah. There's a certain time of year, I can't remember what it's called, where all of the Utah schools let all the kids out and they just swarm Disneyland. Everybody else is like, oh, it must be that Utah week. I'm blanking on like what the actual story behind that is, but I think it's they let the kids out, the teachers, like it's an admin week or something. But basically Utah gets like an extra spring break or something like that. They have their own extra holiday. And a lot of Utes, cruise down to Anaheim. Oh my gosh, I had to go from one extreme end of the convention, trying to get back to the other to pick up something I dropped off, make my special delivery. I want to say, I'm almost there. I want to say it's taking me about 30 minutes. I really should have given myself more than one day to check out FanX, because it is insane. Just seeing so much awesome stuff as I make my way through the convention floor. And as huge as the convention floor is, this ain't even the half of it, because there's all those giant ballrooms and panels going on, cosplay meetups inside the convention center, outside the convention center, after parties, side quests. All the bars and restaurants for miles around are full of cosplayers. Even at the hotel last night, I was getting out of the car and I saw these people in robes and things. And I'm saying like, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes away. So awesome to just like look at all the cosplay out here. Oh, off in the distance, I even see some Muppets. Okay, that is awesome. You guys match my shirt. This is awesome. This is so cool. Even the Swedish of Animal. It's amazing. See Freddy Krueger, the Finn from Adventure Time. Now that I'm back over on this side of the convention, I might just go ahead and get a sick pic with the Batmobile, you know? Never turn down a Batmobile opportunity. All right, I got some Trinidads for Johnny over there. Don't ask me how I got them. Okay, fine, I went to Cuba yesterday. No, wait a minute, I just realized, since I'm transporting these from one person to the other, I'm a mule! Ooh, the line got a little tasty over here for the Batmobile. I just think it's cool that they're letting people go inside of it. I got a friend who's working with Warner Brothers to sell the tumblers, because they're selling off all the tumblers from the Christopher Nolan Batman movies. I think he might have access to a Batmobile, so I might get my chance to go inside one very soon, but I'll check back later because I really want to get in there. I mean, if you've been watching me for any length of time, you know I've traveled far and wide. I've met a lot of strange, unusual people, but weirdly somehow in all of my travels, in all of my adventures, I have never managed, oh gosh, hold on, hold that thought. I have never seen Michael Myers with a banjo before. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I've never met anyone who owns a Batmobile. Never gone for a ride in a Batmobile. That is totally on my bucket list. I think my favorite is the 89 Batmobile. Then the 66 Batmobile. They might be tied, honestly. Because before I ever saw the 89 Batman, of course, I grew up watching reruns of the original Adam West Batman. I like the Tumbler. The Tumbler's cool. I really like the one from The Batman. You know, the new one, the little hot rod. I've never seen one of those in the flesh. Like, I've never seen anyone driving around in one of those. But I expect somebody's got to be building one, you know? Yeah, but one day I got to ride in an 89 Batmobile. And I hope it has a little light inside so the driver can turn it on so I can't see his secret identity. Oh my gosh, there she is. Carmen Sandiego, I found her. Where in the world is she? She's in Salt Lake City. I can't believe I didn't notice this before. This is right across from the Roosevelt's booth. Doing some games out here, some challenges, giving away some prizes. Whoa, underwear, hey! I almost needed some new underwear after I met Bill Shatner. Oh my gosh, the nostalgia is strong. Dude, I don't know what's going on in this tent over here, but it's like the gathering of pirates and mystics, all this stuff hanging up in here. This is one popular booth. The heck is happening? Seriously, there's so many pirates. We got an evil queen. Look at this. Look at the size of that kraken right there. A pirate hat. purses. There's some steins in here, some more diadems. That's what I'm saying, man. You need more than one day. For sure. Well, hopefully if I come back next year, I'll have a little more notice than 3 days. Oh, Kris Kringle. I'm trying to ditch out to the side. I'm hoping the back wall will be easier to travel up. Oh, denied. There's no hack, dude. Ooh, sick phone cases. Wait, don't get distracted. Keep going. Gotta keep moving. There's a couple of vintage toy sellers that I follow on the internets who are Strawberry Shortcake again. Is it back? Like, did they put it back on TV? Anyway, I've been trying to keep my eyes open for a couple of these vintage toy sellers, but I've been looking and I can't find them. That's how packed and busy it is in here. Next level. We went from wide open spaces to I can't even see what booth is 5 feet in front of me so quickly. Squeeze through. Oh wow, Amidala. As I go back and forth, I'm just trying to kind of do a different aisle every time, hoping I can at least try to see the most that I can. Look at this 7th Ink. They've got some sick freaking Halloween shirts right here. Look at these. Ooh. Oh my gosh, that Stay Puft Marshmallow suit is the bomb. Oh my gosh, there's a bunch of cool shirts out here. A lot of cool swag. Oh dude, you can't make this stuff up. More dragons. Look at this, tons of Lego minifigures over here. But also, dragons. What is up with Utah and dragons? Is there something I'm missing here? Oh my gosh, speaking of Plants vs. Zombies, look at this. That is incredible. That I have never seen before. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The creativity and then moreover the commitment to wearing that stuff. Shout out to all the cosplayers, dude. They're the best. I gotta drop off this box, dude. Gotta get this box out of my hand. When my hands are full, I can't think. Is anybody else like that? Probably has something to do with being a little bit neurodivergent. But if I have things in my hand, I can't think. Then again, I'm not exactly the brightest bulb in the drawer. Ah!
Now we're gonna open up for Nikki Reed.
Lord?
General admission, you will make VIP.
Dude, look at all this. This is all people lining up for the photo ops with the celebrities. That is a massive crowd. Let me see who's here. I forgot to mention Chevy Chase is here as well, so they're doing a National Lampoon's Vacation session. Chevy Chase, Ben Barnes, Nikki Reed, Tulsa King. Wow. John Ratzenberger, Laura Prepon, whatever her name is, Hocus Pocus group. A lot of photo ops out here, a lot of them. I'm glad I'm not famous, man, because like, I've seen how it is for some of the celebrities here, some of the popular ones, you know, you get mobbed just trying to go to the bathroom or anything. You have to kind of be separated, kind of walled off from everybody. A lot of them have to have private security. I mean, I wouldn't mind being like, you know, behind a table for 2 of the 4 days or something like that, maybe half the time. Gives people a place to find you, meet you, talk to you and stuff like that. But like a lot of the celebrities at the tables, you know, they get to hang out. They don't have massive lines. They're not super famous, but man, being super famous would actually be rough in a way. Don't get me wrong, I'd love the paycheck, but the pressure. It's cool for me because, you know, some people know me out here and it's nice to meet people who watch the show. I just feel grateful that I still get to be out here among my people. Dude, there's so much rad cosplay back by the celebrities. People getting selfies in their costumes. So I wish I could show you more. Like some of the ones that are back there towards the celebrities, but I've already been scolded like 4 or 5 times for the camera in this area, even just being adjacent, so gotta put you down for a second. All right, well the Eagle has landed. The package is delivered, which by the way, full disclosure, we're legally brought into the country, so I wasn't actually smuggling anything. And I didn't even think about this because John Rhys-Davies, Dreamfinder, is sitting there with Jerry O'Connell. They're doing a little Sliders reunion over there. And John specially made these pins, so I'm repping the Sliders reunion pin. So I delivered the package, got a little selfie action. Not that I was asking for that, but he insisted. He's a nice guy, dude, super nice. Also funny, like he jokes around with everybody, you know, like do all this. He's the best. Kind of a kindred spirit because he takes like a lot of time with each person. It's just, that's always really nice to see. Anyway, I have to go back over there in a minute, but while I'm waiting for one of our mutual friends to have some free time over there, just thought I'd hit the show floor a little more. Just trying to go down some of the aisles I didn't go down before and see if I can find myself some vintage toys. I'm mostly seeing retro stuff that's new, but I want to find the vintage stuff, you know? I definitely wasn't looking for tea on the show floor, but it doesn't surprise me that it's here. There's a little bit of everything. Hey, look, it's Beatrice. And words. Dude, there's so much weird stuff everywhere. I'm so lost and confused. Wait a minute, I'm always lost and confused. That's nothing new. Wow. Okay, it turns out this is Rosie from Utah here. You made this costume?
I do.
This is like the most amazing thing. I saw that from a mile away. You're a showstopper, Rosie. You are a showstopper. Oh my gosh, most of that happened off camera, but Rosie is so nice. She's dealing with some serious cancer. So for those of you out there who do the praying, maybe add Rosie from Utah onto your list. My eyes are a little sweaty with respect right now. She was so sweet. She was so awesome. Here's the thing. That is what my only temptation for doing, you know, maybe some convention appearances. Not that many people are going to come see little old me. Hey, look, it's Vader and Luke. And oh my gosh, somebody is toothless. Freaking toothless. You look amazing, toothless. Wow. My only temptation is like, you know, if I go and do those conventions, perhaps like they'll fly me there. It gives me a reason, an excuse to go to different parts of the country where people like Rosie, like I would have never had a chance to meet her and hear her story. You know, on the one hand, if you set up a table and you're selling little posters, some people might be like, oh, you sell out. But I get messages from people from all over, you know, they're like, oh, come out to Indiana, we're doing this Comic-Con and stuff. I can't afford to go everywhere, you know, so it might provide a way. I keep circling it. I keep circling the idea. Or maybe just trying it out for a year or two, just to get out there, you know. Anyway, okay, I think I've seen most of this section. I gotta go back in the other, more crowded section. There's just so much to look at, so much to film, so much to see, so many people that I'm meeting. I made a huge mistake not flying in 2 or 3 days ago. I thought Sunday. I thought I would have Sunday. No Sunday at FanX. Gene Simmons? From Kiss? Papa?
Hey, how you doing there? Hey, babe. I'm the ghost with the most.
Donde hombre gato? Oh my gosh, the man with the yellow hat is here. We got dinosaur riders, we got families, we got kids, we got dogs, we got humans of every size, shape, and description. There's just a lot. I've seen zombies and vampires and comic characters and movie characters, anime characters, people to whom a sword cut 'tis but a flesh wound. I don't know what these are. The guys with the white heads. I've seen those a lot too. I'm trying to learn. Wait. I might have found the toys finally. Here's some. More modern. Like I said, modern reissues. Still awesome. I really want to get my hands on the Kenner version of the Batman the Animated Series Batmobile. I never had it as a kid. I was kind of aging out right around Animated Series. I was deceived. Too modern. Whoa, look at this. Now I know why they call it FanX. Oh, we got some loose Star Wars figures over here. A whole table full of... Oh, I see some vintage stuff. Look at that Rebel Troop transport. I don't have that. Gotta get that one of these days. Someday I'm gonna move to Gettysburg. I'm gonna buy a farm with a barn. When I do, I'm gonna fill it with toys. Then I'm going to open it up as a toy store and name it after Allie and call it Al's Toy Barn. Something like 130, 150,000 people come this weekend. And not only are con people in general super friendly, but it's Utah. So everybody's friendly in Utah in general anyways. I mean, there's exceptions probably, but I've never met them. Everybody I've ever met in Utah has been super cool. Gandalf the Grey out here, Anakin, I don't know. Just so many wonderful things. I saw a bunch of samurais earlier in like full-on samurai armor. I want to just get a corner booth at one of these, just set up a live stream that goes all day so people can just watch the cosplayers. Just like, look at that. The commitment to keeping that on through the crowd and everything. Hey, what is this? What is this here? Grim, griminy grim. Oh my gosh, somebody is Enoch. Yes, Enoch! Awesome. Was that the Beast? I think that was the Beast.
Was that the Beast? I think that was the Beast.
All right, well, I never found the booths I was looking for in here. I never found the vintage toy booth. Somehow I ended up back in Artist Alley over here. I think I might head out to the hallway just for a breather. Oh my gosh, Robin Hood and Maid Marian. That is sick. I just realized I haven't drinkified or eatified anything today. I should probably seek some kind of sustenance out here in the hallways if I can. But if anything, the hallways are even more distracting than the show floors. There's so many cosplayers out here. Dude, I love it. See all these people lined up for some of the big panels in the grand ballroom. I think Chris Provost, the guy who invited me here, has been emceeing a lot of these big things. So he's been busy all day. We're just waiting for my panel at 6 o'clock. It's coming soon. I don't know if anyone will show up. I'm intrigued to find out. Everybody looks so cool in here, and I feel so underdressed. I say that every time, but it's true every time. You would think I would eventually just wear a costume, but no, I never think of that. No way. More Robin Hood and Little John. That is That is so sick. Oh, but even more importantly, I think I found where some of the food is at down here. All I need is a Dr. Pepper, maybe some chips, and I'll be all right. That'll do me for a while. Oh, yes, look. Cool Ranch. Okay, so good news. In addition to the Cool Ranch, they also had a tall boy of Dr. Pepper. I think I might go outside and drink that on the curb, like the hobo that I am. And also good news, I'm pretty sure these rooms behind the food, I'm pretty sure one of these, 150D, and then there's also 150G over here. I'm pretty sure one of these is the one I'm actually having the panel in. I could not find them earlier, so I'm glad I ended up getting food from here. Although now that I see the room, if anything, I'm even more nervous. This makes it feel a little more real. Luckily, it's a small room, from what I could tell. Oh gosh, I hope it's small. Okay, what the fudge? I'm just walking down the hallway here, and I see this crammed little room with people wrestling in it. That was not something I had on my bingo card. Bro, that is amazing. See, I always wonder what's in all the little side rooms and stuff. Even when I'm at a convention for the entire duration, I know I'm not seeing everything. That was an unexpected treat back there. I just love conventions like this. You just have every kind of person. Everybody's welcome. You see people actually making space for the people in wheelchairs. There's families and kids and born-again Christians and Mormons and goths and comic nerds and furries, and everybody gets along because everybody's just chilling, doing their thing, checking out the booths, checking out all the fun that's happening out here. I mean, it rules. It's weird that I've always been nerdy about so many different things, and yet I never used to go to comic conventions until about, I don't know, 10 years ago or so. And I think that's because I was always like, well, I'm not going to belong there. I don't belong anywhere, you know, which is true. But once I did one, I was hooked because I realized quickly everybody belongs at a comic convention. They're very much like Disneyland, you know? They sort of belong to everybody, you know? Leave your beef at home, bring your friendliness. I just love things that bring people together. Oh my gosh. They got the whole squad. Freddy! Sick. Dude, just look how many panel rooms there are here. All these little black signs with the numbers on them are all for different panel rooms. So much going on everywhere. Ah! Your Highness, Your Imperial Majesty. Just so many things going on. So many celebrities, so many artists, so many cosplayers. I can't say it enough. I think I have said it enough, but I'll keep saying it anyway. Dude, there's even little side hallways with even more meeting rooms and panels going on. FanX is nuts. I don't know about the show floor here, especially today, but some of these panels, like last night, were going until 10 p.m., which is another cool thing I like about FanX, because most conventions seem to end pretty early, 5, 6, maybe 7 o'clock on the latest day. So something you can hang out until 10 o'clock at night, and there's still going to be people hanging around outside, chilling in downtown Salt Lake. It is just awesome. It's like the coolest party in the Old West, you know what I mean? Look at these crowds, it's insane. Dude, if I had $1 for every person that's in this building right now, I wouldn't have any more problems. Look at the size of that crowd down there. Whoa, look at all the Star Wars cosplayers all gathered together. See Queen Amidala down there. I see everybody. There's even an inflatable Han Solo and Carbonite. Oh, they're gathering to do a pick on the steps. There was a Disney one earlier. A bunch of Disney cosplayers met up, but I missed that one. Look at that. Dang, that's cool. My whole life, I've always felt like an outsider, like I didn't belong anywhere, and I still feel like that. Or at least I felt like that the most until Randomland started. It's like we've carved out our own little thing, you know, our own little Randomland community. That's why I appreciate you guys so much more than I could ever tell you on camera. When I see something like this, I see like these gatherings over here. Everybody's in their uniforms, and it makes me feel so jealous. Like, man, look at that. I want to be part of something one day. One day. All right, finally found the exit. Sit out here, enjoy my beverage, guzzle down some chips, and mentally prepare myself for sitting in front of people and talking about I have no idea what. Dude, I met and talked to so many cool people just sitting outside here eating chips. I never knew Salt Lake City was so awesome. All right, well, I'm no longer hangry. This is so cool. I just met Ashley over here. You just handed me this. That's so nice of you. You're the best. Thank you. Forgot what I was gonna say. Now I can finally show you guys this pin right here. Sorry if there's a little wobble. I'm a little shaky. I probably need a little more water. I drew that myself. There it is. I gotta rub this in Chris's face earlier. I got a present on Chris's birthday. Okay, back into the mayhem. Dude, I feel like somehow even more insane amounts of cosplay have been released on FanX. It is everywhere. Dude, the detail, the creativity, once again, the commitment to wearing all this all day. So cool. Hey, there's Curious George, the man with the yellow hat's got Curious George. Just so freaking epic. Look at this, we got a DJ in the hallway here, having a little dance party action. There's just so much to see. But now that we're getting on into the afternoon, it's starting to feel real. I'm gonna have to do this panel. It's coming for me. Maybe what I need is like a Randomland suit of armor. Just for conventions, I'll have a suit of armor and a sword and pockets for cameras. Oh my gosh, one of these rooms has a maid cafe down here. There's just so much stuff. I'm internally vowing to, someone handed me this weird card. I'm internally vowing to never come to a convention for only one day again. It's not enough. I'm at least feeling a little more optimistic about later on today. I keep running into people who are like, we're coming tonight. So I was like, oh, okay. But dude, for flying solo, being here basically by myself, just cruising around, I'm having a great time. By the way, more dragons. Dragons everywhere. Ooh, we've entered the haunt zone over here. It's at Asylum 49 Haunted Hospital. Doing a little haunt-vertising out here. Whoa, whoa, you scared me. You got me. Ooh, okay. Look at this right here. It's a little bit frightening. Ooh. Oh, look at that. Henry Jones, Sr. All right, before I put this camera down, prepare myself for the panel. One more booth. Hey, it's the Muppets again. One more booth that I know where it is now. I've got to check out because I was bummed like there's no convention tomorrow on Sunday, but I thought, oh, I'll go to this rare bookstore. Then I found out the rare bookstore is also closed tomorrow, and then I found out they have a booth here. So I'm trying to squeeze my way through the mayhem and see if I can check it out. See, it's the final day. It's like everybody knows. It's the last chance to get out on the floor and see everything, and it is packed now. Okay, I think I've spotted it. I think I've spotted it. Yes, Moon's Rare Books. I followed them on Instagram. And look what they've got. The book from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Oh my gosh, Haley is pulling it out. So this is not for sale. This is like part of the permanent collection.
It's the only one though.
Wow.
And it's signed by Sir Robin.
So there's only one. It's one of one.
Only one.
This is amazing.
So the book of the film, you can tell that they just
yeah.
this out.
That is so cool. Oh my gosh.
Coven the Brave.
You can tell it's it's like faded. Yes. It's so cool.
Hand drawn.
That is amazing. I cannot believe this. I mean, thank you for showing that to me. That is so cool. Look at this.
Isn't that so cool?
Oh
and
my
Sir not appearing in this film.
Yeah, Sir not appearing in this film. That's amazing. That is so cool.
That's so cool.
How do you find something like this? I mean, it's just, or it just comes to you guys, I bet.
Crazy, yeah.
Dang, I mean, like, that is unbelievable. Can I touch the corner?
Yes, you can flip through it if you
No, too much pressure. So the main guy, Reed, he's the one that's always showing the books online. Apparently, he's overseeing John Rhys-Davies right now, getting a signed Lord of the Rings book signed by Tolkien. He got it signed by a few of the actors, and now he's getting it signed by Gimli. Now I'm going to make my way back over to John's line to see if I can meet Reed. I won't be able to film it, of course, because there's no camera zone, the forbidden zone. But maybe I can make it happen. Oh my gosh, there's even dragon hot sauce. Speaking of hot sauce, my Randomland hot sauce, more than a year in the making, perfecting the recipe, going through the proper channels, getting FDA approval. It's almost done. Almost done. I should literally have the bottles in hand sometime this month, October, or this coming month, I should say. I am so stoked. It is so good. I eat it on everything. Okay, look at that. Sick shirt. I'm seeing a lot of old school shirts saying, look at fake Tyler right there. That is amazing. Dude, I feel like we went several years without a sick shirt alert. And in Salt Lake City, I'm getting a sick shirt alert every 10 minutes out here. It used to be sick shirt alert and then fun pic. But then Cedar Fair started calling all their ride photos fun pics. So now we take sick pics. Everything's sick in 2025. We're living in the future. Okay, I spotted that hat from a mile away. That is a sick hat. I love that. All right, so I think that's all the time I have for the show floor, and Bill Shatner put me in a pickle because I ended up going back to his booth and going, all right, I'll get the selfie, right? I'll pay for the selfie. It's Captain Kirk, for God's sake. But then he ran a little late and he had to go straight to a panel, so they gave me a number to come back and get back in line at 5:15, 45 minutes before the panel I'm supposed to be on. So I've got to go back to the old Shatner verse over there in about 15 minutes, and I wanted to take the Batmobile picture, but the Batmobile line is kind of long. Now I'm wondering, by the time I get all the way back over there, if there's even going to be time to wait in my allotted spot in line, get a sick pic with Shatner, and then make it back through the crowd in time for my own panel. Our new Captain Kirk. Well, I'll go make an attempt. I'll get back in line. This is so awesome, by the way. Look at that. Gak, gak, gak. And if I have to bail on the captain, I bail on the captain. Oh my gosh, I did it. Not the greatest picture ever taken, of me anyways, but I got my photo with Shatner. I had to. He's a national treasure for Canada. He's Canadian. And now I just have to race through this entire convention and hopefully make it to my own panel. There isn't even time to powder my nose. I forgot I gotta go back and pick up Allie's signed Andrew McCarthy picture. I have more errands to do. DJ, it's a murder on the dance floor. All right, I grabbed my swag. Now nothing to do but head to my destiny. To my doom. I cannot overemphasize enough how little I am prepared for this. But you know what? Almost all of the best stuff in my life happened by pure accident. Like being born. I didn't plan for that at all. Okay, I made it outside the side door to where we're supposed to do this. In just a couple of minutes, I've been sitting down here for just like 20 minutes, you know, just getting my zen on. This is how you know I'm not a celebrity. This is how I hang out before my big appearance. In the hallway, on the ground, literally right next to the restroom. It's where I belong. Oh my God, I've entered the room, and there are humans in the room. I'm very nervous now. I'm very nervous. Oh, and of course, Chris isn't even here yet. Oh, hello everybody. This is exciting. Wow. Holy cow. Look at this, is awesome. This is the coolest thing ever. There's Chris Prost to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Chris Provost. Look at that. Yeah. What's up, buddy? I was worried, dude. I was like, oh, I'm not going to leave it. Oh. That was random. Oh, no, now he switched back. He switched back. But under that Provost shirt, he's got the Randomland shirt. No, does he really? One more time, guys. Thank you so much for coming. You are the best. Thank you. That went surprisingly well. That was fun.
So fast.
Yes. You want to give a little message? He's talking to you.
Well, I just want you to know that you're amazing, and Justin is one of my bestest.
Now tell me a joke, quick.
Really? No, I can't.
Quick.
Normally I have way more energy, but I had a weird dream last night. Jeff has a muffler in the car, and I woke up exhausted.
You guys are all the best, and I love you. I just want to say that really fast. You guys are amazing. Okay, this is my favorite thing ever, because people tell me they go to Disneyland all the time. They're like, oh, we really use your videos as a guide, and I love that. But you did Route 66. That's the best. Look at the old school.
OG fans here, OG fans.
Jim Campbell artwork. Shout out to Jim Campbell over the garden wall. You guys are the best.
We're just like that.
That was awesome. Luckily, people turned up, mostly for Chris Provost. He is a rock star here. It is his hometown advantage. Then I was out in the hallway talking to people, and the battery on the camera died, and the spare was in the car. So FanX has ended for 2025, and now I'm headed back to the hotel. I must say, having never done that before, that was pretty cool. Down $500 for the flight, and however much for the rental car, and etc., etc. Getting to meet all those people and talk to them afterwards, priceless. Plus, I got to meet freaking Captain Kirk. Whew. My dogs are barking. I'm tired and sore. But what a wonderful day. I honestly wouldn't mind doing that again. That was pretty fun. Well, all right, gang. That's gonna do it for me. This adventure is long enough without taking you inside the room. I don't even know why I kept filming other than when I ran out of batteries. I was like, oh no, the video's gotta keep going. What a great day. Super shout out to FanX for bringing me, my buddy Chris Provost, everybody else you saw and heard in the video, and shout out to my buddy who works at My Place Hotels over here for hooking me up at the very last second. Love this place. I love them because they're all the same. So it's almost like you feel like you're at your other home or something, you know? That at least helped with the budget of the trip. That is for Sure, they got a couple of these in Salt Lake, so this is the second one I've stayed at. I like them both. But this isn't the time to talk about hotels. This is the time for me to tell you goodbye. I've done my duty. It's time to hotel and sleep well. See you next time. Don't forget the new pin, the new shirt pre-order, all on randomland.com. Thanks for hanging out. Let me know where you think I should go next over on Instagram, and I'll see you guys later. Gosh, look at Buddy and Woods over there. Johnny Depp?